So we're out here today in the woods. There's no one around for miles and miles and miles. Luckily, I know where we are because I've been back here multiple times. Now, we're going to go over the surviving essentials. Now, the essentials for surviving in the wilderness is no more than stuff that you have to have, stuff that will keep you safe. Now, pretty much all of this, there is a couple things I know I forgot, but that's okay because I definitely know how to get back to where we're staying. Now, for the first thing, if you get lost, you want to go where your instinct tells you. You don't want to go that way, you don't want to go that way. So, first things I have, okay, we have a headset. It's an Xbox 360 headset. It's really nice. And so, yeah, you got the plug and stuff. You know, you might have to find something to plug it into, but we'll worry about that later. Now, still at my head, I do have a hat. Now, this hat will keep you protected from maybe falling squirrels, bears, or anything that can maybe crush your brain. So then we have this little layer. And that's basically like a hairnet, because I don't want to leave my track of bigger animals, because sometimes those animals, when they scurry for food, they might find that hair. Then they might think, oh, that's some meat. That smells like good meat. I can't explain that anymore, because that's just, it's either death or survival out here. So, would you rather be death or survival? I'd rather be survival too. So, next I have this squirrel call. You can also use it as a drinking thing. Plug it in your hand, put some water in it. So, you can see it says buck grunter, but it's for squirrel. So. Okay, I also have this cord on it in case if I lose it. You're always going to want to have a cord that's something you can see. So out in the woods, I think it's always good to have a camo rope on it, just because camo is something you can see really good in the woods. So yeah, and if you ever get lost, just remember that you're always going to come out somewhere. Or not, but, so, next thing I have is this light. Now, if your car breaks down, and then you get lost, if you remember where your car was, there's batteries in here. Take the batteries out and connect them to your car, you can have car batteries. There's usually TAAs in here, very high quality batteries. They're not edible or anything, so, well, actually I made one before and it did taste fairly good, but, yeah. It's just a little light, you know, put it on your head, 2 shades, and then after that, once we move down to the body wear. Now, depending on where you know you're going to go to pack that many clothes. Out here, it's actually winter and I'm freezing, but I have this. It's a Under Armour. It's made out of leaves. I just strung it together with my string, which we'll go over that later, so stay with me. And then it covers my arms, and it's really cold. And then I have this green shirt, because you want a green shirt or camo shirt whenever you're lost in the woods, because when you're lost in the woods, people are going to see green from miles away. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just obvious. But if we move further on, well, let's get to my hands. So I got these really good baseball gloves. They have pine tar over on them, and they're ripping, and they're really awful, and they don't even fit really good at all, and they hurt. So yeah, just some high quality Under Armour gloves that don't fit and are old. Next, if we move on, and back here, I got this little rag. That can be used for many things. If you want to make a flag shelter, you can put that over your whole body as a blanket or something. And then also have string. Now we'll go over string in a little in an upcoming video that will tell you how to make traps and shelters with just string and other materials that you can't find in the woods. And then in here I have this red rag right there. Now what that's for is the red rags seem to help when you bleed, because then you don't know if you stop bleeding. So if you just think you stop bleeding, then you don't have to worry about that anymore. Even if you do, just keep that on. But I also have this knife, camo knife. The same rules applies. You just want to stick with the camo or green, because you know you're probably, if you're lost and stuff, you make sure people can see or don't see it. Just it's obvious. Next on I have jeans. I was gonna wear my green jeans, but turns out they didn't fit anymore. And green rubber boots, they're pretty cheap. They're probably like